welcome back to my channel. For today's video we have another Empties video. If you are new here, my name is Natalie and I post 2 to 3 videos a week all about makeup and beauty. If you do like what you see today, I hope you will subscribe to my channel. But other than that, let's get into my Empties. So here we have my basket of Empties. So I think I'll start first of all with the couple of products that wouldn't fit in the basket, and I have these couple of boxes of empty Shiseido cotton rounds. I think these are both boxes of 80 pads, and these are my second and third Empties boxes of these, I believe. These are definitely the most expensive cotton rounds that I've ever bought. I did used to just buy the kind of own brand from Boots and things, but after trying these and realising how soft they were and how much better my skin felt using these, I kind of couldn't go back to the cheaper ones. I am trying to be better at using reusable cotton rounds, but I feel like I kind of go in phases of using them. It's probably, I get to the point where they all need washing, so I end up resorting back to these for a little while, and then I find it hard, even once the reusable ones have been washed and put back in my drawer, to stop using these because these are so enjoyable, and it's obviously a little bit easier just throwing them in the bin. So I am trying to get better, but I am quite surprised that I did go through 2 full boxes since my last Empties video, so maybe I need to get even better at resorting to the reusable ones. But if you do like to use the throwaway ones and you are willing to spend a little bit more, I would highly recommend these because these are so soft. The next product is this bath soak from Imperial Leather. This is in the scent Moroccan Sunset and Golden Argan Oil. I don't get baths as often as I would like. For me, it's just such a whole process in actually running the bath that it always puts me off having one, but I do always say I would like to have more of them. Obviously, as the weather gets a bit warmer, I'm never inclined to kind of have a bath, but when I do, this is the bath soak that I like. Just absolutely love the smell of this. I do tend to like most things that are argan scented. It is just a really nice, sweet, sort of warm smelling type scent, but I do really enjoy it. I have already gone on to purchase 2 of these. I don't know why I didn't just purchase one, considering how long it took to go through this one, but they are only £1 each. They weren't even on sale. They are just generally that cheap, but still I've purchased 2, so God knows how long that's going to take me to go through them. Then I finished another product from Imperial Leather. This is one of their Foam Burst Ultimate Moisture Body Washes. I have used Foam Burst Shower Gel for years at this point, probably about 10 years, and they recently brought out this Ultimate Moisture one. And if you do like Foam Burst, I would highly recommend giving these a go instead. They do have, I think it's 3 different scents. This scent, because I didn't say, is Golden Amber and Coconut Oil. The Golden Amber, for me, smells quite similar to the kind of argan, that sort of warm, sweet scent, so I do really like it. And this has definitely been a game changer when it comes to shower gel. Then I finished another body wash. This one is from the brand Ayumi. This is the Turmeric and Argan Oil Body Wash. Again, another product with argan in it. This was something that I got from the Holland & Barrett Advent Calendar, and I did really enjoy it. It's definitely not a product I would have picked up myself. I don't tend to go for this type of normal kind of body wash. I really do like the foaming shower gels, but this one was really nice. The reason why I do prefer the Foam Burst is because they obviously do give a lot of lather, being foamy, so I always feel when I go back to a normal shower gel, as it were, that I just can't seem to get the right lather, and for me I don't feel as clean. But for a normal type of shower gel, this did create a decent lather and it did feel really nice. This doesn't say that it's a moisturising shower gel or body wash in any way, but I feel like my skin did feel nice and soft and moisturised after using it, and is another product that has a really nice scent. I was obviously drawn in because it was argan oil, and it does smell like a kind of combination of the Foam Burst and the bath soak, so I do really enjoy it. Do I love it enough that I would go out and repurchase it? Probably not, because I do still kind of keep going back to my Foam Burst. But it's one of those products of, if it did see it on sale, if I was buying something else in Holland & Barrett, then I might consider adding another one to the basket. Apologies that this is in kind of no particular order, I'm just going through in whatever I grab first, but there is a fair mix of products in here. Next we have a hair care item, and this is a dry shampoo. This is from the brand Collab, and it is their Unicorn Fragrance Dry Shampoo. This is an okay dry shampoo. It does say amazing oil absorption without the white residue, but I do find that I get the white cast with this one. It's definitely not the worst dry shampoo for white cast. I think Batiste is a bit more guilty of that. And I feel like when this does have a white cast, it is a bit more easier to brush out than other ones. I wasn't a fan of the scent of this one. It was a bit too sickly sweet, which you would kind of expect with it being unicorn. It doesn't actually say what unicorn scent is, but it's very kind of sweet and sickly, so I didn't love the scent of it, but it was an okay dry shampoo, which is why I have used it completely up, but it doesn't compare to the one that I love from Living Proof, so this isn't one that I would repurchase, even though it is quite affordable. Another hair care product is this one from Dr. Pawpaw. This is the 7-in-1 hair treatment styler. It's supposed to heat protect, reduce split ends, detangle, leave-in hair treatment, reduce frizz, blow dry styling aid and add shine. This was a nice enough product. It did have a really nice scent to it. It wasn't too heavy on the hair. I didn't feel like it weighed my hair down in any way or made it greasy. As to its 7 claims, I didn't really notice an awful lot of shine from it. It didn't really reduce the frizz, but not a lot of products do with my hair, to be honest. Okay, heat protectant, I presume it was kind of doing its job there. I didn't notice that it reduced split ends. It was a pretty good detangler and it just generally felt quite nice. I do have a lot of leave-in conditioners in my drawer, so it's not one that I would immediately rush out to repurchase, but it's one that if I did see it for sale somewhere, I possibly will pick up again in the future. Then we have some under eye masks from Pixi. These are the Beautify Brightening Eye Patches. This was a pack of 30 pairs. I think I just picked these up one time when they were on sale on Look Fantastic because I was looking for some more under eye gels, and I did end up really enjoying these. They were really nice when I was wearing them. They were nice and cooling, and okay, they did kind of refresh my under eye, but I didn't notice brightening as such. You have these in a few different variations. These are the yellow top ones. I believe they have Detoxify and Fortify. I think the Fortify ones are the anti-aging ones, which I possibly should have gone for because I don't tend to go for brightening products anyway. It may have been the case that these were the only ones on sale at the time. Because I did enjoy these, I would definitely consider purchasing them again in the future, but I think I would get the anti-aging version. Then I have a couple of sachets of under eye patches, so I'll go through those next. These are from the brand Botanic Beauty, and these are the Guardian Angel Revitalizing Eye Gels. These are supposed to brighten, hydrate and depuff, and they contain cucumber, rose extract, green tea and hyaluronic acid. And they are really nice under eye gels. I don't think there's a picture of them anywhere, but they are sort of shaped like little angel wings, so they can be a little bit finicky to apply because they're not the usual kind of shape, but once you get them into place they do fit really well, and I think the kind of tapered edge of the wing, as it were, kind of hugs your cheekbones a bit more, so they do stay in place really well. They don't move at all. These ones are really nice and cooling, and I did notice slightly more brightening with these than the ones from Pixi. But I'm not sure if these are even available in the UK, or I think I got them in a FabFitFun box. But I did really enjoy them, and they are ones I would possibly consider purchasing in the future if I could get hold of them. Then we have these ones from the brand Black. These were ones that I did originally get in a FabFitFun box. I have since gone on to pick them up. I think they were in Latest in Beauty, which was just for a kind of single-use pack. I do absolutely love these, and I think they may be one of my favourite under eye patches that I've tried. I feel like they just do a little bit of everything. They are kind of detoxifying as well because they are charcoal, and these ones just feel really nice and stay in place the best. And I know with these ones I always keep these on for a lot longer than I should do. I think out of all the masks that I've tried so far, these ones are definitely a favourite, but these ones are not cheap and they're not easily available in the UK, which is why I've gone for kind of other ones to try. And seeing as I'm talking about masks, I have a couple of sheet masks to go over. I don't know where I got these from. They do look like the kind of ones that I would get in the Face Masks Club subscription, but I normally keep those separate, so I'm not too sure why these ones are here. So I'm just going to briefly go over them in case I'm repeating myself. This first one is from the brand Mediflower and is the Multivitamin Special Treatment Energizing Skin Mask. I write myself notes on the back in case you're wondering what I'm reading. This one, I've said that the sheet mask itself was really thick and was quite stiff when trying to apply it, but eventually I did get it in place and it fit okay. There was no scent on it at all, and it did move a bit while I was wearing it and lifted on the sides. Afterwards, the serum did dry into my skin really quickly and left my skin feeling slightly tight, so I've just given this one a 6 out of 10. And then this one is from the brand Esfolio, and this is a honey essence sheet mask. This one, I've said that it was quite strongly scented of honey, which, if you're not aware, I don't really like anything that's honey scented. It does turn my stomach slightly, but I have said that it wasn't unbearable. The mask itself was cooling, but it didn't fit that well. But afterwards there was a nice amount of serum and it did soak into the skin, although I could kind of smell the honey again when moving it around. My skin was really soft after using this one, so it's another one I've given a 6 out of 10. Then I have a couple of serums I've finished from the Inky list. The first one is the Collagen Booster Serum. This one was an okay serum. Generally, I'm not a huge fan of these kind of click openings from the Inky List. I feel like it's quite hard to measure the amount of product that you're getting out. This one was a really watery consistency, so it was even harder to kind of control it. I didn't notice any anti-aging benefits or anything from this one. I didn't notice any plumping, anything like that, which I think is what you tend to get from collagen products. Even though it is quite an affordable product, it was just okay. It was nice enough to use, but yeah, I just didn't notice anything from it, and it got to the point where I couldn't wait to finish this one up just to have it done, so this is one I definitely wouldn't repurchase. Then we have the Q10 serum, which again I think is actually an anti-aging one. This is a very different consistency. This one is very thick and almost moisturiser-like. I had the issue with the packaging on this one that, again, it was quite hard to measure how much product was coming out. But once this one got towards the end, because there's not much movement in the bottle and it is quite wide, it was very hard to get the product out. There probably is still product left at the bottom there because I just couldn't get it out. Again, another product that it was okay, it was nice enough to use. I didn't notice any anti-aging or anything like that with it, but this one worked slightly better than the other one in that I didn't have any issues blending it in and it worked better with others. So again, even though this is another affordable product, it's not one I would repurchase. Then we have this serum from Tarte. This is the Mermaid Skin Serum, and this is a hyaluronic acid serum. This is definitely a favourite of mine. I've gone through so many of these little tubes. They always have them as either a point perk or a free gift with purchase, so I always add one to my basket. I've never yet actually purchased the full size of this because I've always been able to get a sample, so I've never had to. But if I ever did run out of samples and they stop putting them in with purchases, I probably would purchase the full size, even though it is quite pricey. This one does leave my skin feeling really nice and fresh and hydrated, and I do notice some slight plumping with this one, even though I'm not too sure that's even one of its claims, but I do definitely notice the difference when I have this in my routine, and then when I finish it up, my skin definitely craves that moisture from it. I highly recommend this product, and I say if you can get it as a kind of point perk or free gift with purchase, it's definitely worth a try. And I finished this product from number 7. This is the Instant Result Nourishing Hydration Mask. This was in my project pan for 2021, which I did finish in my last update. This is a product that I did get in the number 7 advent calendar last year, and it's definitely a product I wouldn't have purchased myself, but it's one that I ended up loving. So this is just a kind of 3-minute mask. So what I was doing with this, it lived in my shower, and what I would do is I would get in the shower, wash my face first, put this on, and then wash the rest of my body and things, and then go back and rinse this off. I definitely noticed a difference in my skin. It is very moisturising. It does say that you can leave this on for longer for a more intense mask, but for me, I found that the 2 to 3 minutes was more than enough to leave my skin feeling really nice and moisturised. I did pick up another kind of kit thing from number 7 after the advent calendar, which did include another one of these, so I am really glad that I do have another one in my collection to go into. I don't think it's too expensive of a product. I think it is only about £10, but number 7 products are constantly on offer and on 3 for 2. So once I've used the one I have in backup, it is a product that I would probably repurchase. Then I finished this micellar water from Polar. This was a nice enough micellar water. It wasn't harsh on the skin. It was pretty effective at removing makeup, and it did leave my skin feeling nice and refreshed. I don't think it's a product that I need to rush out and purchase. It's not a kind of game changer when it comes to micellar waters. I do struggle to get excited about micellar water, as it were. I do have a couple that I do really like, but I'm not too bothered. I'm not too loyal to a single micellar water, because to me, they just all kind of do the same thing. Okay, some of them might have different scents, but that's about it. I've yet to find a micellar water that gets me really excited and say this isn't one of them. It was nice enough to use, it was pleasant enough, but I don't think I'd repurchase this one because I'd just go and pick one up from the drugstore. I have a couple of candle empties. These are just wrappers off, are they called Voltaire candles? I can never remember. These are all from Yankee Candle. There would have been a lot more in here, but as the weather's got a bit warmer, I feel less inclined to kind of light a candle, so I do only have a few. The first one here is the Last Paradise, and this was quite a nice scent to it. It was floral and sweet, but kind of the right balance of what I tend to like. This was one that did have quite a strong throw on it. I find that even though these candles are all from the same brand, some of them are a lot stronger than others. This one was just the right amount to throw because where I'm sitting now, I kind of have my desk facing the other way, and then the candle is just over there on my vanity, so it's not far away at all, so I don't need it to kind of fill a whole house, and this had the right amount to throw on it for me, so I did quite enjoy this one. Then we have this tropical starfruit one, which I wasn't a fan of. This one was pretty strong and it did have one scent to it that I couldn't put my finger on, but I feel like it overpowered everything else. Perhaps it was the starfruit. I can't say that I know what a starfruit smells like. It does have pictures of pomegranate, starfruits and kiwis on the front, but to me it did have a slight smell of watermelon, and I am not a fan of anything watermelon scented, especially kind of artificial watermelon. So I think once I'd got in my head that I could possibly smell watermelon, I did kind of write this one off, and this one actually took me a long time to burn because I could only face it for sort of half an hour at a time. Then we have this coconut rice cream. This one was quite nice. It was a sort of pleasant, light, coconutty, vanilla-y type scent. It was very sweet, so again another one I couldn't light for too long of a period of time, but it definitely was as overpowering as the fruit ones. It was, I say, a slightly sweeter, just neutral sort of scent, if that makes sense, but it wasn't really a favourite. Then the final one is this Moonlit Cove. This is, I think, my new favourite scent from Yankee Candle. I absolutely love this one. I can't put my finger on what it is about this. It's a kind of musky, slightly masculine, but also sweet scent. Actually, now I think about it, it does, certain aspects of it remind me of argan oil. It's got a warm, sort of sweet, musky scent to it. I think that's why I like it. But this is one I think I will definitely go on to purchase more. I believe at the time I finished this, I did go to have a look, but they didn't have it in stock. So I'm hoping it's not a limited edition scent, because I did get it as part of a summer collection set of the Voltaires. So I'm really hoping I can get my hands on it, and what I'm probably going to do is just buy a bigger candle of it because I do really enjoy this one. Next we have a couple of cleansing balms. These are both from the brand Vanilla Co and are the Clean It Zero cleansing balms. This one is the original and this one is the purifying. Before trying these cleansing balms, I didn't like cleansing balm. I used to think that it'd leave my skin feeling greasy. I tried the one from Drunk Elephant and then also one from, I think the brand was Trilogy, and I just didn't like them at all. I didn't like how my skin felt afterwards. I didn't feel like they were overly effective at removing makeup. And I picked up, this was a pack of 2, I think, for sort of £3 or £4 on YesStyle, just to give cleansing balm one last try. And now I am officially converted. It is the only thing I will now use to remove my makeup. I just love how my skin feels afterwards. This one is really nice and lightweight. It doesn't leave my skin feeling greasy. It is so effective at removing makeup, and this is unscented, so I don't get that kind of, I call it like a natural sort of olive oil scent that I had with the other 2. So yeah, I absolutely love these products, and I have already gone on to purchase a full size of this original one. I didn't notice any difference between the purifying and the original. There was no different kind of consistency. I didn't notice anything different to my skin afterwards. So that's why when I repurchased, I just went for the original one. Yeah, huge fan of these. And I would say if you are like I was, don't really like cleansing balms, give these ones a go and see if they can convert you too. Then I have these pads from First Aid Beauty. These are the Facial Radiance pads. These are just kind of exfoliating toner soaked pads. These are quite nice. I think I've used them in the past and they are just nice enough. I don't absolutely love them. I have tried similar ones from Nip and Fab, and I feel like these ones aren't as harsh on the skin as the Nip and Fab ones. But for me, I do much prefer just using my own toner on either a reusable or just a cotton round. So yeah, these were nice enough to use, but I don't think I'd repurchase them. Then we have these lipstick remover pads from e.l.f. I absolutely love these pads, and I was so devastated when they discontinued these. These were really affordable. They were about £2 or £3, and these were fantastic at removing any lipstick, liquid lipstick or anything, even the Maybelline Superstay Matte Inks, which are notorious to remove, but just one swipe of these and it was gone from your lips. So like I say, I was devastated when they discontinued these. I was rationing myself with them and only using them when I was getting off one of those Maybelline lipsticks, but I did ration them a little bit too much, and unfortunately these did dry out when I still had quite a few left, so I was really gutted and I wish e.l.f. would bring them back. I am trying some from Beauty Bakery that are nice and they are pretty effective at removing liquid lipstick, but they are not as good as these, and they are about 4 times the price. So yeah, you can't get these, but I wish you could. We have the spot treatment from Boots. This is the Skin Clear Ultra Rapid Action Spot Gel. This is so old of a product, I don't even know if they make it anymore. I kept on hold of this product for years, even though it does have a 2-year shelf life. I've probably had it well longer than that, because this was the only product that I found would help my spots. This was great on under the skin blemishes or ones that were already sort of angry and aggressive trying to shrink, because whatever was in it did kind of penetrate the spot and just make them go away that little bit quicker. It did get to a point though where it was becoming less effective, probably because it was expired, so I was on the lookout for an alternative, and I did come across I think it's the succinic acid blemish treatment from the List. And that product is such a good replacement for this. I think I even like that one better. I think that is a fantastic product and it is really affordable. So if you are looking for something like this, I would recommend the one from the List. Then I had the serum from La Roche-Posay. This is the Toleriane Ultra Derma Ligaro. I've probably just completely butchered that name, as I have done every time I've mentioned it. This was, I think, a sample that I possibly got from Feel Unique as the pick and mix samples, and I basically picked it because it said it was 5 ml of product, so I knew there was a good chance that it wouldn't come in a sachet. I kind of wish it had come in a sachet, because this product was a nightmare to get out of here. It does just have a stopper on the top and then a very small hole for the product to come out, and you have to sort of shake it and bang it on your hand for any product to come out. So it was just so much effort to use, and the serum itself wasn't even that nice. Then we have this moisturiser from Nivea. This is the Q10 Power Anti-Wrinkle Firming Night Cream. This was a nice enough product. It's got a really nice pleasant scent to it. It's not too heavy of a night cream at all. It does work well with other products and it does blend into the skin really nicely. I can't say that I noticed a vast amount of anti-aging from it, but it is one of those products, once I'd used it up and it was out of my collection, I did notice a slight difference then. But I have a problem kind of tracking anti-aging products, because I do change up my skincare routine every single month, so it is quite hard for me to pinpoint products that do that. With ones that are hydrating and things, it's a lot easier, whereas I say anti-wrinkle and things, it's more long term. But I do feel like once I'd used this one up, I did notice I was missing it slightly. Obviously, with it being Nivea, it is quite an affordable product. I definitely do not need any more skincare at the moment. If you did see my recent Shop My Stash skincare drawer, you will see that I have a mound of unopened skincare, so I definitely don't need to purchase this one in a rush, but I do kind of miss having it in my collection. So I think this is one way down the line, once I've used products up, I would possibly consider purchasing again. Then I have this product from Evolve Organic Beauty. This is a hyaluronic acid serum. This one actually has product left in it, so I don't think I should have put it in here. I should have possibly put it in my declutter drawer, but I can't be bothered getting up and putting it in there now, so I'm just going to include it in an Empties and be done. So this is a hyaluronic serum 200 for all skin types. This, I believe, I got in the Holland & Barrett advent calendar, and I didn't really enjoy this product at all. My kind of benchmark for a standard hyaluronic acid serum is the one from The Ordinary, because that is definitely one of my favourites, and this just didn't come anywhere near. I didn't feel like it brought any moisture to my skin. It didn't work well with other products. I found that certain products would kind of pill up around it, and it just didn't leave my skin feeling hydrated at all. And again, because I have such a large skincare collection, I am trying to be more brutal and not keeping hold of products that I don't love. So that's why I got rid of this one. Then we have this facial oil from True Beauty. This is the Certified Organic Nourishing Avocado and Evening Primrose. I do have a few of these in my collection. I think I have 2 or 3 of the mini ones, and then I do have a full size as well. And it is a really nice brand of facial oils. I can't quite decide which one I like the best. They all have different claims and they all have different scents to them. Scent wise, I think this one might be one of my favourites because it's more of a musky scent, whereas I think the other 2 that I have are more sort of herby and natural. But it is a really potent oil without being too heavy on the skin. You don't need much of this product at all. It is a sort of thicker oil than most, especially this one. But it did leave my skin feeling really nice. I think Evening Primrose and Avocado are both kind of nourishing ingredients. I did find it was a really nice product to have as my final step and kind of lock everything in place and just give me that last step of moisture. So I did really enjoy this, and I have said once I finish up the other True Beauty ones I have, I probably would repurchase one of them because they are quite affordable. Then I have this makeup sponge. Excuse how dirty it is, and yes, I technically know this isn't an empty, but it's a finished product and I'm getting rid of it, and I've just spotted another one as well. So we have 2 sponges, so yeah, technically not an empty, but what else would you categorise them as? So this one I believe is either from the brand Brushworks or so eco, and I now can't remember. It's the brand where the packaging, not that you can see because it's that dirty, the packaging is the kind of pale green, and it has just completely escaped me. I knew what it was when I put it in here. I want to say it's so eco, but I'm not 100% confident. I don't tend to like this shape sponge. I do tend to like more this hourglass shape. This is the one from BH Cosmetics. So this was a nice enough sponge, but it definitely wasn't a favourite. It does have a nice level of kind of bounce to it and things. I don't like sponges that are too firm. So this was nice in that aspect, but I didn't absolutely love it, and I probably couldn't repurchase it anyway because I can't remember what brand it's from, but I don't think it's the kind of sponge that I love. Whereas this one from BH Cosmetics is definitely a favourite. Again, apologies for the state of it, but I wasn't going to wash a sponge to put it in an Empties basket. This is, as I say, definitely my preferred shape. I do love the hourglass sponge. This one does grow quite a lot once water's applied to it, as most sponges do, but I feel like this one has the kind of perfect level of firmness for what I like, and because it does grow quite a lot, it covers a bigger surface area than other sponges. I think this one is about £5, and I do already have a backup of one of these, if not two backups, in my drawer already, and I think it is one of my favourite affordable sponges. Then I've just found another pack of eye gels. These are from number 7. These are the Revitalising Hydrogel Eye Masks. I was hoping I'd written myself a note on the back of these because I can't remember anything about them. I think they were nice and moisturising. I can't remember. I'd like to think that if they were fantastic, I would remember, and if they were terrible, I would have written myself a note. So they were obviously just forgettable. Then we have this serum from Boots. This is the Pineapple Glow Serum. This is a fantastic product that is so affordable. This one does retail for £5, and I think it is definitely one of my favourite serums. This one, its main selling point is the fact that it smells fantastic. It is just pineapple scented, but I always get a smell of the fruit salad sweets, which I believe are pineapple and raspberry, whenever I use this. Formula wise, it's a really nice serum. It soaks into the skin really nicely and it leaves it nice and moisturised. You notice a glow from my skin when I use this. I don't generally like glowy products, but most of my skincare gets applied overnight anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. But I love this product and I do already have a backup in my collection. Then we have this product from Suku. This is the Moisture Hydro Lotion. This was a product that I think I got on a subscription box long ago, and I just took the longest time to get around to actually using it, and it is a pretty nice product. I had never heard of this brand before, but turns out they are pretty expensive. I didn't really know what to do with this product because it is kind of watery like a toner, but it says it's a hydro lotion, so I was using it kind of between toner and serum. It did definitely give my skin hydration. This was a great product to use in the winter, and I think that's probably when I use that one up the most. I don't love it enough that I would seek out to purchase the full size because I do think it is quite up there in price, but it is a really nice product. And then another pricey skincare product is this one from Estee Lauder. This is the Revitalising Supreme Plus Global Anti-Aging Cell Power Cream. Say that 5 times fast. This is such a nice moisturiser. I can't remember how much the full size of this is, but I think it's about £70 or £80. This was just a 5ml pot, and I made sure I scraped every last drop out of here. I think this was a product that I got in a Feel Unique beauty kit, and because I loved it so much, I did pick up a beauty kit either last month or the month before, and I did pick up another one of these. I don't love it enough that I could justify the price point, but if ever I'm picking up a beauty kit and they have any left, I will always probably add it to the basket, because even though it is only 5ml of product, because it is that luxurious feeling of a cream, you don't need too much of the product at all. But it's not a heavy cream, which is what I really liked about it. It does have a slightly different consistency to it, and that's what I mean. It feels luxurious without feeling heavy. It blends into the skin beautifully. It works well with any other product that I use it with. And I really like the scent of this one as well, which I can't quite put my finger on what the scent is, but I know I really like it. But it does just leave my skin feeling really nice and refreshed and hydrated. And this was definitely one that I noticed the difference when it was finished and I didn't have it in my skincare anymore. Then we have this product from Neod. This is the Multi-Molecular Hyaluronic Complex. Neod is a kind of sister, more expensive line of The Ordinary, or I think DCM is the parent company. This is a really nice product. You can definitely tell that it is slightly more pricey than product from The Ordinary. It does have a slightly more luxury feeling to it. This was a more watery consistency than the hyaluronic acid serum from The Ordinary, but it did soak into the skin really nicely. I don't know how expensive it is, but I do think it is quite up there in price, and I don't think I love it any more than the hyaluronic acid serum. Even though it is a slightly more nicer experience using it, I just feel like for the effects that I get afterwards, I'm more than happy using the one from The Ordinary, but it was nice to use it while I had it. Then I had this little skincare regime from Filorga. There were 3 of these, but one appears to have escaped my basket. So here we have the Supreme Multi-Correction Night Mask, the Supreme Multi-Correction Cream, and then there is a serum floating around somewhere as well. This was just a 7-day regime, it said, but I definitely got a lot more than 7 days use out of these. It was a nice enough product. I don't really know what multi-correction, what it was supposed to do, possibly a bit of everything. So yeah, I would say it kind of did fit the bill with that. Not enough that it makes me want to go and purchase a full size of them. I was just intrigued to try a whole regime as it was sold to be. But yeah, it was nice, but not enough for justifying Filorga prices. Then I finished this cleanser from Ole Henriksen. This is the Truth Juice Daily Cleanser. I did really enjoy this product. There unfortunately just wasn't enough of it. This was only 7ml of product, so I think I only got sort of 2 or 3 uses out of this, but it was enough for me to know that I did really like it. As with most of the things from this line, it was orange scented, but it was a nice level of orange scented. I find that the Truth serum from this line is a little bit too strong, whereas this was just nice and a refreshing orange scent. It was a really nice cleanser, effective at removing makeup, and my skin did feel really nice afterwards. I do struggle to spend more than the kind of £10 mark on a facial cleanser, so I haven't yet gone out to purchase the full size of this, but it is one that I will possibly keep an eye on it going on sale, and then once I've used some of my other cleansers that I have, it is one I probably would repurchase in the future. I have this from Dermalogica. This is the Power Rich Age Smart. This was, I think, just a moisturiser, and if I remember rightly, this was the one that was about £100 a purchase. This was only a 1ml sachet, so I didn't get enough in here to notice any anti-aging or age smart. It was a really luxurious feeling cream, and it did feel really nice, but I couldn't tell enough from the amount of stuff that I got in here. We have this sachet of eye cream from Verso. This is the Super Eye Serum with Retinol 8. This was a really nice product that I did enjoy. And this was only 2ml of product, but with an eye cream you don't need much at all. This is quite a pricey eye cream, but you can definitely feel it in the product. It does feel really luxurious. I did definitely notice a difference in the kind of crow's feet that I'm starting to develop here using this, probably because of the retinol, and I feel like it did help battle my under eye dark circles as well, and also moisture my under eyes. So I think this one kind of ticked all the boxes. I did definitely consider purchasing the full size of this, even though it is about £70. Because I knew it wasn't eye cream, it would last me a long time. But the thing that put me off was that because of how little of this product you need, I didn't feel like I'd be able to use it up before it expired. But then in a Feel Unique beauty kit, I did see that they had a larger size of this. I can't remember if it's 5 or 7ml, so I jumped at the chance, and that is why I purchased my last beauty kit, which is where I got the second one of the Estee Lauder cream from. So I do have a mini one of these now to use, and I think I will get a lot of use out of this, because for just this 2ml sachet I got a lot of uses out of it. So I say for now either 5 or 7ml. I probably will have that in my collection for a good while, but I'm excited that I do have a backup of this to go into, because it is a really great eye cream. We have a sachet of this Wishful serum. This is the Thirst Trap Juice. This is a HA3 and peptide serum. It's a nice enough serum. Again, there wasn't quite enough in the sachet for me to be able to fully test it. From what I could try, it did feel really nice on the skin. It did feel like it moisturised my skin and give it a good refresh. Another product that I think in the same beauty kit, they did have a larger size of this available, and it did come with a little dropper, which is what the normal size bottle would come with. So I did order one of those so I can test it fully, because I just don't think there was quite enough uses in here to test it out. Then I have the serum from Paula's Choice. This is the Super Antioxidant Concentrate Serum. I can't remember very much about this. I mean, we are at the bottom of the basket now, so I can be forgiven for that. I don't think I loved it. I think it was just an okay serum. There wasn't much product anyway, so I didn't mind using it up. If I remember rightly, it did feel quite heavy on the skin, and I did have a bit of issues with this drying down before I had a chance to fully rub it in. I think that was this product, so I didn't absolutely love it, and it isn't one I'd repurchase. And then finally, we just have a few makeup empties to go over, and then we are done. The first one is from Benefit. This is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. This one is in the shade 3, which did used to be my go-to shade for the longest time, until I tried shade 2.5 and wonder why I didn't try it sooner. Shade 3 is absolutely fine for me, but I do have to be very careful to not press too hard, whereas 2.5, I feel like I have a bit more versatility with it, because I can go in light-handed for a really natural kind of everyday look, and then I can press a bit harder, and then I can have a sort of nighttime brow, as it were. Whereas this one, it was always quite dark, and I had to be very, very careful for a day brow, and I didn't always achieve that. It's definitely hands down my favourite brow pencil. I go back to it time and time again. This is easily my 4th or 5th one of these. But I say from now on, the 3 has kind of been retired, and it's going to be the 2.5 that I purchased from now on. Then we have this concealer from Revolution. This is the Conceal and Hydrate. I have this one in the shade C4. This type of concealer I always use for spot treatments and things like that. It's not one that I use on my under eyes, but this is definitely up there on my list of concealers. The only problem I have with the packaging is that it leaks terribly. So there is still product left in here, and I would happily use every last drop if I could, but it was just getting so messy the last time I used it that I just had to call it a day. I do currently have the Conceal and Define one in my everyday makeup drawer, and to be honest, that bottle's going the same way. I do love both of them, but I feel like I love the Hydrate one a little bit more. But because of how this goes, it does put me off purchasing it again. The stopper's not been pulled out or anything like that. It just does seem to get to a point where it leaks. But then again, it is quite an affordable concealer, and I feel like I've got my money's worth out of it anyway. So I'm really torn what to do with this one. I love it. I love the effect. It does say it is medium to full coverage, and I would definitely agree with that. This is the perfect shade match for me, kind of all year round really. But yeah, I don't know whether to purchase it, because it's just going to create another mess again. Then we have this foundation from L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Pro Glow. This is a really nice foundation, and technically it's another product that isn't an empty because it does still have product in here, but it is expired and I am going to be throwing it in the bin, so that's why it's in here. This is a product that I purchased a backup of 2 years ago because I did really enjoy it. And then I never got round to the backup because I was still using this original product. So I decided that it was time to call it a day. I did need to get rid of this one and just start using the backup, because surely that one's going to be expiring soon, even though I've not opened it yet. I don't tend to generally go for glowy foundations. I do like more of a natural look, but this for me is just the perfect level of glow, and I do love how this looks on the skin. I say I do already have a backup of this. And finally, to finish off, we have a couple of mascaras. The first one is from Flower Beauty. This is the Warrior Princess mascara. I do really like this mascara. It has a really nice wand on it. I do like the effect that it gives on my lashes. I just find that this bit of the wand is a little bit too long, that I don't feel like I have as much kind of control over it, but it is one that I probably would repurchase again in the future. And then finally we have the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I feel like this is the mascara that kind of got me into volumizing mascaras. I've always just gone for lengthening mascaras and never liked volumizing because of how they clump. But this one I feel is really good because it does take a lot for this one to clump, and this one also does give me a bit of length and it does fan the lashes out as well. So I am a huge fan of this one, and I think I do already have a backup of this in my collection. It's one that I will no doubt go on to keep repurchasing. So that is it. My basket is now empty. I honestly did think that this was going to be a shorter video, but based on how long I've been filming, I don't think that's going to be possible. And the basket wasn't even overflowing, so I apologise that this is a long video. But other than that, that is it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks.